Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com. Just one question. Can you find a good quality lens, autofocus lens, for 199 euros? Yes, you can. This is the Viltrox 56mm 1.7 that I had the chance to test, so I'm going to speak about it. I normally don't speak about prices, but this one is so low for the quality of this lens, I thought it was important to say it in introduction. So let's start. So I'm going to show you some pictures I made with this lens on my Fujifilm XS20, and I put them again at the end of the video. Okay, so when I received the box, so what do you get in the box? You get the box. I will show you a picture, a small pouch. You get the sunshade, the caps, and the lens, obviously. But when I think of Viltrox, what I think is of this 27 1.2mm actually reviewed, that is completely metal and yeah, really pro line, great lens. So I was not really expecting the same quality when I see the price tag of 199 euros. So what do I get? I get this. This is plastic, but although it is plastic, it looks like good quality to me. The mount is metal anyway. Okay, metal mount. You see a USB-C connector, so you can update the firmware. So although it is plastic, I think the feel and the quality is good. Okay, but when we speak about a lens, the aspect is good, it's important, but more important for me is the optical quality, and this is what we're going to speak about. Is it worth spending this money, or is it better to spend a bit more? And what quality do I get with this lens? So let's carry on. So the focal length is 56mm, which is the equivalent of 85mm in full frame. The angle that is covered is 29.8 degrees. It has 11 elements in 9 groups. The autofocus motor is on STM plus lead screw. Don't get into technical details. I can tell you I had no problem focusing with this lens on my XS20. I don't know with older cameras, but with this one I had no problem whatsoever. And it was, I think, the S for STM, S stands for silent, and yes, it is silent, and it was fast, so no problem on this. The minimum focusing distance is 55 centimeters. I think it's a bit long. If you wanted to use it to do some proxy photography, that's a bit long. I would have preferred 30 centimeters, but still, I think that's okay for what it's thought for. Okay, it is autofocus, as we say, and obviously you also have manual focus, but as you can see, there is no switch on the lens. It means you will need to or you're in autofocus mode and you can fine-tune just moving the ring here, or you have to, if you want exclusively manual focus, change in the menu. If we look at the lens, okay, if you compare to this other Viltrox lens, this one also has the focusing ring in case you want to manually focus, but it also has an aperture ring that is here, so you can decide on the aperture. Here you don't have it, so I manage the aperture on one of the wheel here. Is it a problem for me? For me, not at all, doesn't matter, but I know that some people who love to have aperture ring, they may think that, oh, it's a pity, no aperture, I would love to have it. So yeah, that's it. If we look at the sunshade here, I don't understand this sunshade. This is sunshade tulip shape, thought for wide angle. I don't know why they didn't put a different sunshade that would be more like a tube, better for portrait lens, and also because we'll see that after it is prone to flare, so that would maybe help not having this shape of sunshade. I don't know why they decided on this, strange, okay, but that's the way it is. Okay, this is not weather sealed. For me, that's not a problem because my XS20 is not weather sealed either. But if you need weather sealing and dust proof, all this, maybe that's not the lens for you. But for that price and for what I use it on the XS20, that's fine. Okay, so no problem. So now let's look at the image quality. The size is 65mm diameter by 54.7 millimeter long, and the filter thread size is 52mm, and the weight is only 171 grams, which is really light. That's really nice. The aperture goes from 1.7 up to f16, and you have 9 blades in there on the iris. So if you check the bokeh, I'll show you this LED lights that here. If you see in the center, they do get round, and the border they're more like cat eyes, okay? But still, I think that's fine, no problem. So now we're going to speak about the optical quality. So for the optical quality, we're going to start with the target. I actually made a video, I'll leave you the link here, that explain how it was, how it worked, and this way you can print one yourself and test your own lenses, okay? So I'm going to show you at each aperture and give you my opinion. So here we are at 1.7. The first thing we can see is there is almost no distortion, slightly, really, but really slightly, almost nothing. There is some vignetting, we can see it. There's a bit more on the right because there was a wall on my right, okay, and that may make a bit of shadow, but yeah, we see on the left already see a bit of vignetting. Let's check the center at 100%. Whoa, I'm surprised. At 1.7 to have this sharpness is surprising. Let's check the corners. Well, this is really surprising to have this at 1.7. That's really good for 1.7. Bottom left, center, bottom, okay. And here there is maybe a bit of aberration. We can chromatic aberration. We see some violet and green in some situation, okay. And yeah, quality at 1.7 is surprising. So 2.0, let's see the center. It's only 1/3 difference, okay, 1/3 of stop. Yeah, this is really good. Corners are fine. Could be a bit better, but we're on 2.0. Let's check 2.8. This is really good, honestly. And the bottom, yeah, there is a bit of chromatic aberration we can see, okay. And here, corners are really, for 2.8, that's really not bad, okay. f4, this is really sharp, really good. Let's check the corners, borders, left down corners, corner right, okay, top right, really good. Let's check f 5.6, same thing. Let's check 200%. Normally you check at 100%, but let's check 200%. This is really good, I think. I think this is really good. Look, check this. There's more horizontal bar on this. Yes, I think this is really impressive. Yeah. Let's check on f8. I think there is a bit of here diffraction, I think, because I think it's a bit less sharp. It's still good, okay, but a bit less sharp, I think. Okay. Yes, but that's still really good, okay. But I think 5.6 was better. F11. F11 center 100%. Here we do see that it's not as sharp, okay. So here, yeah, yeah, diffraction is here, okay, that's present, okay. This is why we lose, okay. F16, which is the closest aperture, is still usable, but we see that we're losing sharpness, okay. So for me, this lens, the sweet spot is, yeah, 5.6, f4, f4, 5.6, 5.6. I think this is stunning, really impressive, really impressive. I would never have expected this result from a lens of this price, honestly. Really good, really good. Checking on the target is one thing, and real life is another one, okay. So yeah, on the target you don't have strange lights and things like this, but when we go out, this is when you really feel if it works or not. Honestly, this lens is great. It works really nice. Autofocus was fast. I think you see the details, and it's sharp, it's good, but there is a flare problem. If you're going to make a lot of picture against light, or with a side light that is strong, you will notice a drop in contrast and also some flare. Is it a problem? Well, it depends on you. Some people don't like flare, so that's not the lens for you if you make picture in this situation. And if you are a flare lover, you will love it. First thing I would do if you want to avoid so much flare, especially when you're side lit, is to change the sun hood. I don't know if they have other sun hood that can fit on this one, okay, but you can always get one that you actually screw on the filter thread, okay. That would be an option. That would be a bit longer. I'm sure you would better a lot the flare problem when it's side lit. When it's in front of you, well, not much to do. Okay, so that's the way it is. So it all depends on how you make the picture, where you make the picture, the type of picture you make. For many people, it's no problem to have flare. For some people, it's a problem, but they make picture that don't generate flare, so no problem either. And for people who do make picture against light or really side lit, and they don't like flare, that's not the lens for them, okay? So honestly, I was really surprised by the result, the good result, the sharpness, and the autofocus was good, all this for this price. Incredible, okay? So I can say optical quality is good, except the flare, I would say, okay? So who is this lens for? Very often when we speak about 85mm equivalent full frame, we think about portrait lens, okay? But not only, this lens, you can use it for more things. And actually, when I tested it, I didn't have anyone to make picture to, so I didn't make portrait except some statues on the street, okay? But you can use it for other things, as you can see with the picture I showed you, okay? So if you are a portrait fan, there's good news. First, the autofocus is really nice, the bokeh is creamy, it's really nice. Second, very often when you want to make that kind of picture with maximum aperture, you have to sacrifice sharpness. In the border, doesn't matter because it falls in the out of focus part, so it doesn't matter, but in the center. And with this lens, the center is already, and the border also, but the center is really good from 1.7. So you could use it at maximum aperture without any problem and still have sharpness in the center for your portrait. And if you use that 2.0, 2.8, it's even more. So I think, yes, this lens that presents itself as a portrait lens, good news. It is no doubt a great portrait lens. The flare may be the problem for you. So it all depends on you. For me, it's no problem for the kind of picture I make or the lighting situation I use it. So for me, that would not be a problem, but for many, it could be. So you have to decide yourself. But honestly, the quality of this lens for this price is simply amazing. Even if it was not autofocus, that would be a great lens anyway, because the optical quality is there, okay? But as an autofocus lens, this result, all this is amazing. I pity this sun hood. I don't know why they put that. Strange, okay? And also when I used it outdoor, I can see some sharpness. Yeah, it's good. It's a really good lens. So for me, it's completely recommendable. So if you are interested, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can buy it. What else? Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Viltrox, for sending me the lens. Thank you so much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here and a small bell, and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott. More affiliated links and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.